anywhere we go to the United States, bro, with the chain, not whatever type of style you had, you broke. You go to Colombia, you go to Thailand, to these poor countries, bro, you a megastar. You go to one performer, you go to one. Look, I'm giving you some game right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really trying to give a lot of game because this was something I've been. Look, listen.
The sauce.
Listen.
Yo, we got the man, the kid, you feel me, in the booth today, man.
Yes, sir.
Black, what is it, Ice Rose?
Ice Black Rose, Ice Rose, Black Rose, Rose Black, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever, bro. Everybody get confused, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? You put Black or Ice Rose, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's simple, bro. It's just like, it's simple because I say it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Black sheep. That's why I say black.
All right.
Black sheep, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I like that. So real talk. I mean, I'm glad to have you here on the cast. For
Thank
real.
you, bro.
Thank you for coming out here. So I mean, really, real talk, bro. The point of this cast is so that people can really know who you are, bro. Like,
for sure.
Who, you know, I want to break the barriers of the average, you know, thought process, like. You know, people look at these larger than life artists and stuff, and they don't never get to actually meet the genuine artists, you know. Facts. So that's the point of this. The point of this is to get to, you know, kind of break down who you are as a, you know, beyond the artistry. You know
yes, sir.
So, you know, is that going to be cool with you? Is that?
Nah, that's definitely good with me, bro. You know what I mean? I really don't. I used to like to do a lot of interviews, but nowadays I'm not really I'm trying to be behind the scenes, but, you know, you've been, you know, good person, great artist, but great performer. Like I said, bro, I put money underneath. Hey, rolling loud, bro. That's where you need to be, bro. And I feel like you'll be there one day, just performing once. I feel like you're one of the best performers in the city, bro.
Love. That's a blessing.
For real. I've always said that, bro. For real.
I definitely appreciate that. Well, I mean, for starters, you know, I'm just gonna go into. What were like some of the hardest parts about you having to go through being, you know, in your early childhood? You know what I'm saying? Early childhood, what did that look like?
In the early childhood, bro, just like being raised up in a whole different culture. You know what I mean? Because, you know, like cultures like colliding and it's just, I don't even think it's racism, bro. I just feel like every culture has its own little culture, like, eats, style, beliefs, morals, respect. So it's like,
yeah.
When I grew up listening to I grew up to listen to the Mason culture, you know, because I'm actually, you know, I was born in LA, and then we came here to Naptown. So
I mean, what was that like? Like, we're talking like, you know, ages 1 to maybe, you know, like really 1 to 11, you know what I'm saying? Like, was school normal for you? Was there any problems there? Was, you know, mom and dad normal for you? Was it different?
IPS and alcoholism, bro.
For real? Alcoholism was like very prominent in your early childhood?
Yeah, bro.
Well, you got to break this down to us because we're all gonna want to know when it comes to like the stigma of you know, Hispanic families living like there'd be like 30 in a house. Like, was that how you grew up?
I would just say my pops grew up in the bad environment, LA. He was fucking around with, you know, with the streets and this and that. My grandma was already here in Indianapolis, settled in, because we had family already here.
Yeah.
So my mom was getting tired of his ass because he was young, you know, like he was really young when he had me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? Because me and my brother are the ones grew up in LA. Not grew up, but you know what I'm saying, but was born there, you know what I'm saying? We were there for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
My pops he was still young when we had us, and he was just wanted to be around like just the gangster vibe, bro. Like just doing his thing. And my mom was getting tired of that shit. So she called my grandma, because my grandma was already here, because my grandma played the father role and the mother role to my dad. He didn't have no father figure.
Oh, I see.
So that call was made, and my grandma was like basically like, we're gonna go back over here because you doing too much. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear none. Because my grandma's really straightforward. She's really OG.
Yeah.
She will not be scared to say anything, bro.
Yeah.
To this day,
Yeah.
like she be really saying how she feels, and that's what it was. And then we moved down here, and like we grew up by southeastern area, you know, close by downtown, and yeah, bro, like. Shit, there was being a lot of pool bets, cigarettes, and a lot of bordellos going around. Feel me?
So like, when did that? I gotta ask. Like, when did the shift happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so you was around your dad, and then like around what age was that like separated?
But that was damn near like around like when I was like 4 or 5, and then after that, we stayed with my grandma until like, you know, my moms and my pops, you know, got the money, and we were able to move to a different whole township and just to a healthier environment. That's what was that damn near like I was like at 10, 11, or 12 years old.
All right, so like preteen life, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's a lot of things are really rough, and then you find your way over here in, you know, in Indianapolis, you know what I'm saying? The 317, big 317.
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And you really do having the aspect of both lands, if you will, then you really do, you know, feel like when you guys came over here, it was a lot more peaceful.
Nah, for sure, bro. I just feel like, I mean, I wouldn't even say peaceful, bro, because I feel like I always lived through my dad. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this is my first time ever saying it to anybody, but I lived through my dad. Like, I feel like I just always been so close to the sidewalks, to the streets. Like, it's either I make this little turn right here or I go straight. But it's like, at the end of the day, bro, like, it's really like that DNA structure and just living through your parents, and like, it's just, bro, like, it's just crazy. Like, we're breaking them down to the real cores, like the DNA, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. Think about it. Your parents have vices, and you know what I'm saying? They have sex and this and that, bro, and you get passed on those vices. You get passed on those generational curses. Feel me? Yeah. You get passed on everything they lived through. So that means it's up to the next person to battle it,
to live
tangle
it,
tame it, and just make a difference. But it's hard though, because they just passed not just the father or the mothers, but both of theirs. And you're like a splitting image of them, 50-50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of hard to like challenge both of them, because it's like,
that's why I really like how you came off in the beginning, you know, sorry to interject, but it's like, that's why I really like how you was like, it's almost like you sympathize with him. You was like, bro, he was just a young cat. You feel me? Like, yeah, he had, you know, some kids, but it's like, bro was bullying, like he was doing his thing. Like,
and you know what I'm saying? That's why, like I said, bro, like I'm more like my pops, because I feel him. I'll be literally feeling like my pops every day. Like, I know, like, how he was and who because we're twins. That's my twin. A lot of people respect the way we talk to each other and fuck with each other, and just if my pops were right here, bro, he'll be just acting just like me, and you'd be like, damn, he's just an older version. Not for real. Like, it's just like, he will tell you, like, it's true. Like, he always tells me, I cannot be mad at anything you did, because I did the same shit. Like, we twins for real. He's just shorter than me. He has balder. But you know what I'm saying? But like, at the same time, it's like, shit, that's my pops, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta put on for the better, for the family, and for the next. That's why I don't want to have a child right now, because I do battle through drinking. Feel me? That's the number one vice that has put me on my ass multiple times before. Talking about DUI and this and that, and like, I don't want my child to live that. And I don't want to have a child until I face that, because that's the only advice anything else, I'm good. But
That's interesting you say that, dog, because like now I feel like I gotta say something because it's like I always get so happy when you like, all right, bro, I'm about to cop a bottle. You feel me? What we about to drink today?
Yeah.
I'll be happy. You feel me? So it's like it's crazy. Seeing both sides. You know how like
Yeah.
you know from my side, you know being on the other side, it's like okay, you know this is the party time. You feel me? But like deep down for you, it's like okay,
Yeah.
you realize that this is you now, but this is something that you have to overcome.
Nah, facts.
So if I can kind of segue into the teenage years, what trials and tribulations did you face in teenage years? I'm assuming by the time you're a teen, you're already in Indianapolis. So
No.
it's like, what adversities did you have to like triumph against?
Shit, bro, just like I said, bro, like most of my friends, like I grew up around with, bro, just selling weed, just being in the streets, bro, just liquor, partying, and this and that. And keep you in mind, my mom, the opposite, very opposite.
The opposite.
The intelligent, bro. I get my intelligence from her, and her family's really, really intelligent. I ain't gonna lie. Like, they have a whole different intelligence. It's like, but my hard work inside it comes from my pops. Like, I can break down, you know what I'm saying, from my mom and my pops how the fuck who I am, because. But blissful though, thankful. Like I got the intelligence of my mom's side. Is like, yeah, bro. Like that's where I'm able to have freedom. That's where I'm able to live who I want to be. That's how I got my decision, because I was living just like my dad. It meant rats for me. Feel me? I got locked up 2 times already for drinking and driving. But the first time though, in Johnson County, that happened 2-3 years ago. And guess what? There's no court. There's nothing. That's in Johnson County. Feel me? My second DUI was in Marion County. Still going, you know what I'm saying? February, I get my probation, you know, February the 24th, 26th, whatever. But it's like, it's a Marion, you know what I'm saying? They're more lenient versus in Johnson.
Yeah, that's real.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
Jeez.
but
So it's like you got to fight the powers that coming against you. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of powers coming against you. That's why I like, you know, how it seems like in your teenage years, that's when you kind of started identifying with, okay, so like this is who my dad is. This is who my mom is. This is what it's going to be. This is what it has been. You know what I'm saying? I need to learn how to harness these powers in the most positive way for my future. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I think that's a super important part of being, you know, whoever you are as you're coming into yourself as a teenager. Then you have to decide, who do I actually want to be? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might do all this stuff. Yeah, I might do all this stuff. But who do I actually want to be?
Exactly. And
you know what I'm saying?
they be feeling like, you know, a lot of people be saying like, men do not become adults until like they're past 24, 25. But some men do, you know what I'm saying? Some young cats, you know, that they do grow up a little bit faster, but it just depends on your environment situation. You know what I'm saying? It took me a long time to realize, like, to grow up and this and that, because drinking was, to me, bro, it was normal. Like, I didn't think about it was a bad habit. And one of my good homies was telling me, bro, like, bro, the way you're drinking, I ain't gonna lie, like, you're gonna give you some of the trouble, you're gonna get DUI and this and that. And like, and to be honest, bro, I was like, bro, you tripping. Like, it might have
He said, bro, you
tripping. Like, what you like, what, like, it's like, what the fuck? And he was like one of my great homos, bro, ever to exist, bro. And like, it came down to that, to where I had to get locked up the first time, and like, damn, bro, he was right. And to be honest, I thought that was normal though, because I seen my grandpa, my pop, my father figures, feel me?
So like at what age did you get locked up for the first time?
Shit, I was probably like, 25, 24.
All right, bet. So it's like, boom, like you're already an adult.
No, wait,
that's
hold
the
on,
first time.
I think it was like 22 my first time, and then my second time was like around like 24, 25.
All right, so it's like, boom, like you get locked up as an adult. After you got locked up as an adult, then obviously you got locked up again for DUI. So then what, like you were thinking to yourself like, oh man, my homie said this.
Yeah.
Now this happened. What led you to do it again? Like what made
So
it
both
easy?
times, it was easy for me to get locked up again because I was celebrating because there was milestones where I wasn't drinking for a period of time and I celebrate. I'm like, yeah, like I did it. Like I did not drink for this so long. And when I did, I got so fucked up and I was ripping and running, bro, and I was tired too. And alcohol bro, like, what I'm saying? Alcohol just like literally just makes you fall asleep and shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, just like every single time I try to celebrate, it always comes down to a bad thing.
Oh, so you
bro.
were celebrating.
Celebrating both times because I was okay. I had to be, you know what I'm saying? I realized, you know what I'm saying? Like I had palm with drinking. You know what? Stop for 5 days, 6, 8, 9 days a week. Cool. Now I celebrate. I got drunk on my ass, and like both times I was in the drive-thru. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Trying to get some food, trying to sober up, and I fell asleep behind the wheel. And that's all it was, bro.
Dang, bro. And that's how you caught the DUIs.
Yeah.
Falling asleep behind the wheel in the drive-thru. That's
Yeah,
crazy that you bring that up.
Trying to sober up, no, bro.
Because that happened to me. Like,
Yeah,
when
bro.
it happened to me, I kid you not, it's really a God moment. For those who don't know, Rise and Royalty Podcast is powered by Numbers Media Group. If you have a podcasting idea or you just want to network, you want to lock in with us, go ahead and reach out to us using our contact information in the description below.
So how about this? Let's flip the script and you tell me about, you know what I'm saying, you're in your past. What have you learned? What have you been able to accomplish? What have you really been to be able to be JRAEL?
To be honest, bro, like, that's crazy.
Because I'm telling you,
I feel like
I'm-
nobody's broken down.
Nobody's brought me down too. Like I'm telling you, bro, nobody has ever, bro. I was never gonna put this in an interview, bro, but I fuck with you so hard, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just who you are, bro. And I just feel like the energy's right, bro. Because you know what I'm saying? Because I told myself, bro, going into any interview, bro, I'm gonna give you the hardest interview I ever had, bro. And you're gaining, bro. For real, you gained the real me, bro. Like bro, like. I shouldn't be speaking about a couple things, bro, but it's like, to be honest, bro, your energy you presented, bro, I feel like you'll be as capable and as truthful as you are, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like we got related stories or somehow, bro. We met each other, bro, somehow, some way for a reason. It's not because there's a coincidence, feel me?
Yeah.
So go ahead, bro. Tell your story too, bro. I'm interested for real.
I'll
just
break
start
it
from
down.
the back days. Yeah, just start from the back days. Yeah, I'm saying from like younger day, you know what I'm saying? When you're a kid.
I mean, I'll break it down. So like for me, the biggest struggles I had as the youngest man, like, you know, most people don't know this, but I actually was born into abuse. So it's like my father, he was very abusive to my mom, he was very abusive to us. Some crazy stories there, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like getting beat up, you feel me, by a giant. Feel me, 6'4", you feel me, 250, 300 pounds, you feel me? And like crazy, man, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, you know, we just went through a lot. You know, I went through a lot in the first 3 years of my life, you feel me? Boom, my mom gets us. Crazy enough, all I remember is the you know, and they say you remember like things that happen in your life based off of trauma because like the trauma makes it sticks out of your mind. I was like maybe 2 years old, bro. But it's like my dad, like he's zooming, bro. He's in the whip, bro. He's driving all over the place. You feel me?
Yeah.
And sure enough, bro, he pulls up in our backyard. Now that I think about it, it's like what? Like he was being like chased by cops or something. Like why was he driving so reckless that he pulled up in our backyard? Like when I say backyard, I don't mean like, oh, our backyard, like he pulled up to the back of the house and then pulled up into the backyard. I mean, like our house is like in the front. There's a field next to our house. And he pulled up and went over a hill into the side of field of our house. And he pulls up and there's like 100 cops out here, bro. And they're like, you feel me? Hey, get out of the car, you know. He's screaming and hollering. Whatever, they take him away. And at that time, I'd spent so much time with my dad, I actually forgot that I had a mom. Little did I know, by the time I was 6 years old, she left because like, man, he forcefully created us. That's the best way to put it. He forcefully created us. My mom didn't want to have us. She already had 2 kids and she was like, no, like this man's crazy. I don't want nothing to do with him. And he forcefully created us.
That's deep for real, bro.
For real. So it's like, you know.
And it's crazy that you're able to like, you know what I'm saying, explain this because that's That's a big deal, bro. For real, like.
I'm telling you, like, it was crazy because, a lot of people have whatever feelings or that they might have about, my past. A lot of family members.
Everything
have
happens
weird
for
feelings.
a reason, bro.
Yeah, and it's
you know
bro,
what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, nobody gets created for no reason. Like, probably it's the wrong intentions, the wrong mood, the wrong intentions, the wrong moods, the wrong environments, the wrong circumstances. But a child gets created because I feel like every child is a blessing.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like it's angel. It's an angel. You know what I mean? Like it's not just. So I don't think it's forcefully. I think it was because you're supposed to be an angel and you're supposed to be put more purpose of works and make the world spin a little bit better. Feel me?
I agree, bro. Full-heartedly, I agree.
My middle name Angel, bro, so I know.
Oh, that's tough, bro. I had no idea, bro. You're Angel now,
look.
bro. Rose Black Rose, now he's Angel.
I wasn't even supposed to be born, bro. I was supposed to be suffocating in my incubator. I was purple, bro. What's my middle name, bro?
Bro, it's on here, bro. Angel, bro. That's deep, bro.
That's what I'm saying,
deep,
bro. So I know you're not, you know what I'm saying, bullshitting on, bro. Because
that's deep,
I won't
bro.
even
His
mention
middle
that, bro.
name is actually Angel.
For real, bro.
But it's like, yeah, bro.
Sometimes.
So lo and behold, that happens. By the time I'm 5, bro, I'm pretty much hell. I'm acting out, I'm doing whatever I'm doing. I'm getting whooped like every single day. And then the whole world changed for me when my mom was like, man, y'all are in this bad town, Indianapolis, whatever, this bad city. I'm about to move y'all to Noblesville. That's when my whole world changed. I went from living.
That's a big change.
That's what I'm saying. I went from
Big
literally
change.
like everybody's the same, like everybody's normal to like, oh, there's all these white people. Now here's the thing. These white people, they're raised in a much softer, nicer environment.
Nah, facts.
So it's like when they have beef with me, like I'm one of 3 black kids in elementary school. When they have beef with me, they think they can just talk crazy. Like me and my homies, you feel me? We from the city. We may only be 6 years old, but we from the city, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like when they start,
ass.
for real, they start beefing.
Ass.
You this, you that, you what? You feel me? We scraping boys. We taking boys down, bro. It's
like,
crazy.
what?
For real.
The parents gotta get involved.
I'm telling you, bro. So we was going crazy, you know what I'm saying, for a few years. You know what I'm saying? Then we get close to like 7th grade. So it's like, to give you a perspective, you know what I'm saying, that's like 6 more years, you feel me? Spent first 6 years in Nap, next 6 years there, then come back to Nap. Back to Nap. By then I'm homeschooled, you feel me? I'm back in Nap, you feel me, for 2-3 years, you know what I'm saying? And then I jump back over to Hamilton County. So it's like I've done seen both sides of the tracks. I done lived in the burbs. I done lived in the city. You know what I'm saying? But it's like by the time I come back to the burbs, now I've done gained so much knowledge. I have 2 older brothers. You feel me? They done did all the dirt that they done did. And it's like that I done gained so much knowledge on the streets. I'm really fast tracking through the story, but it's like
You're part of your environment. You made it like to like almost like you trying to make it like a better situation, but you kind of backtracked in the
for real because I've seen my brothers.
Feel me? Yeah.
I've seen my brothers, and I realized, oh wait, these people are like this. My people are like this, and these people are not ready for that energy. Like my brother, I've seen him walk with, for those who don't know, you feel me, my brother John Tugger, bro. Like I've seen him walk with 30 people, 30 white boys, you feel me, like on each side, not even to be like racial about it, but it's like I remember when we first came here, we were a minority, but that made us like prestige because all of these people, they don't even listen to rap music, they listening to Jonas Brothers when I was a kid. Like, and then my brothers come over here and they like real gangsters, like, you feel me? And it's like, they are not used to that. So it's like, it was like a whole, almost like a alpha male, like power struggle after they came here because we were raised in such a more volatile environment. So it's like, then as I grew up and I'm seeing them do what they do, then I'm like, okay, I can do the same thing. Needless to say, by the time I was 17, like I had my own little squad. I had my own little posse. I had my own little henchmen. You feel me? And I was running my own little thing. So like the trials and tribulations that I really went through the most was always having that people will talk about gender dysphoria. It was like racial dysphoria. Like I would be around these white people, amongst these people who are Caucasian, then I'm considered exceptional because I can be an alpha male and an intellectual. Amongst my own people, the narrative is, oh, because you can speak well, you talk white. And I'm like, well, actually, I just talk like I got some sense. Like my mom always taught us, like, hey, talk like, talk like here's all of these words. These words are like
because
the
they knew
capability to communicate
because he knew like
important.
the racism, bro. Like they knew, like, you know what I'm saying. They're looking, and people definitely do looking down on you because you talk a certain way. But it's like you carry yourself a certain way and this and that. Your energy is just like people will get it, But sometimes
Facts.
But sometimes you do gotta disguise yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think disguising, but I feel like sometimes you really gotta behave a certain way in order for somebody to understand you. And talk about, especially if you're trying to work with somebody who's better than you, who has more money than you, with this and that, you know what I mean?
That's why I don't think it's about disguising. It's about understanding whatever culture you're talking to. So it's like, I'm not going to walk up to you, feel me, the young street cat, and I'm not going to be like, you feel me? I think it's very presumptuous of you to use that line like that. Like, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to be like, gang, you need to change up that bar. Like, switch that up. You feel me?
Facts.
Like I can, and Facts. To be ambidextrous, to be a chameleon, if you will, to me real. Is what makes me very fluid. As my boy Ollie would say, was goody. I'm not sure if y'all tapped in yet, but this is a City Flooders hat. If you want your logo, your brand, you got a cup, you got a chain, you got a hat, you got a shirt, just go ahead and reach out to me in the comments below, or you can hit my inbox. Peace. In the industry, because it's like when we're trying to close a deal on $100,000, I can close that deal just as well as I can sit in the studio with the gangsters. Because you feel me, like I've talked a lot about my early on years. What I didn't talk about, you feel me, is when Facts. I became a treetop Pyru. So it's like by the time I become a treetop Pyru, I'm 23 years old. You feel me? There's no like a lot of people, they join early. Me, it was just like the next step. It was like, I'm so gangster. Like, I done kicked indoors. I done did all this. I done ran so many missions.
You might as well just...
For real. I might as well do whatever.
I might as well get initiated. Feel me? Take the initiative to get initiated. Feel me?
For real. Like, I'm moving bows and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
so literally...
Like, why not?
Yeah, I became a treetop Pyru, and that's what changed everything, bro. By the time I became a treetop, then it was like, oh, wait a second. Like... You feel me? There's more than I ever expected out here. You know what I'm saying?
But what made you, bro, you know what I'm saying? What made you really like upgrade and elevate to the next step to where like, I don't gotta do this.
To be honest, what happened was...
And tell me like, you know what I'm saying? Like a situation that changed you, not because, you know what I'm saying? Like a real situation, like a life event that like, okay.
I'll break it down like this.
All right, bet.
To be honest, what changed everything was... when, I do 6 months, whatever. In that time, I was chilling with hella people that were under the 5. I get out, and I become a treetop. And after that, I get this job. My boss is a millionaire. He's got a Bentley. White dude, he live out in the Carmel, Brian Southern. Oh, man.
He's not about a Bentley. He's in a Bentley. He's a double B's.
I'm telling you.
God damn.
So it's like I'm chilling with him. And then it was like, oh, wait. Like, we're talking about real money, right? Like when I'm like all of the people that I know, like we all say the same thing. We all say, we gonna make it out the streets. We gonna get out the mud. We gonna make all this money. All of my friends are locked up. I was like, all of his friends are rich. Like, he chills with billionaires. Like he gets to go on trips every single year. Like, I be seeing the stuff he be doing. Like, he can pay for a company trip every single year where he takes everybody out of this country. Facts. I'm like, the things that I want in life, I can't get those things being who I am right now. All of the things that I want are the same things that all my homies want. That's why all of them chill with me. They're like, JRAEL, you're different. Like, I want to be like that. bro, I don't even want to name drop like that. You got the bag. I was like, when's the last time that you seen the Smoky Mountains? He said, I ain't never seen the Smoky Mountains. I said, when's the last time you been to an amusement park? I ain't never been to an amusement park.
No, they been in the
I
studio.
was like, how you got hundreds of, you done made hundreds of thousands of dollars and you ain't been
breathing
nowhere.
in the studio.
That's what I'm saying.
He was
You ain't
born,
did
breathing,
nothing.
living, exercising in the studio. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't did
But
nothing. You ain't
real,
been nowhere. You ain't seen nothing. I was like, and I'm chilling with these people and they're telling me, bro, it doesn't matter if you only have a couple $1,000. You can go to Aruba.
Yeah, no,
And
yeah, for real. No,
he's
facts.
up, bro. I got these homies that be up, bro. And I'll be like, what are y'all doing? I'm gonna go to the club this weekend. Like,
That's what I'm saying,
I'm
bro.
gonna smoke some
People
weed.
really think that's a good environment. That's not a good environment, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want to go to the club, bro? Guess what? You can go to a club in Colombia. You can go in Thailand. Feel me? You want to go to a real club? Over here, we ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? Go to out the country, bro. You're going to have so much fun. What?
That's
bro,
what I be saying, bro. Like, it's like, I couldn't imagine the kind of trips
You
that I would take
over
if I
here
had 10,000 to spend on a trip. Like, not a chain. Like, fuck a chain, bro. Like, I need a trip, bro. 10 bands on a trip, bro. We gonna go on a cruise. It's gonna be like
JRAEL.
2 weeks.
Hey, JRAEL, listen
Like,
to me, bro.
huh?
Anywhere we go to the United States, bro, with the chain, not whatever type of style you had, you broke. You go to Colombia, you go to Thailand, to these poor countries, bro, you a megastar. You go to one performance, you go to one. Look, I'm giving you some game right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really trying to give a lot of game because this was something I've been. Look, listen.
The sauce.
Listen, though, bro.
Yeah.
You as a performer is a great example. I take you, I'll fly you out. We all go together as a team. We go to a couple clubs. We do a couple performing mics. You know what I'm saying? Like karaoke, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
You perform the way you do, bro. You on a billboard, bro. That's all I gotta say. You on a billboard just like that. Because all these countries, and I know this for a fact, because I got a lot of military homies. A lot of military travel all over the countries and this and that. And listen,
Yeah.
they're outdated on the music. We put a Little Uzi Vert, we put a JRAEL out there. Guess what? Bro, you becoming Juice WRLD out there. They're so outdated and behind in music, bro. I'm telling you, you perform you can perform your worst track. Listen, bro, you're gonna become a superstar. My homie, he was doing kickboxing. He was pulling a billboard, and he's from, you know what I'm saying, from the he's from the army. Feel me? He became a superstar because how tall he was and how muscular he is, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was in Thailand actually, and motherfuckers like this, and he's like this, superstar. Motherfuckers don't wear no chains out there. Motherfuckers don't even know how to dress. Superstar. That's all I gotta say,
Bro, that's crazy. Now I gotta get overseas.
Come on,
that's
bro.
crazy, bro.
And if you listen to all these rap artists, bro, the most money they make is out of sea tours.
Well, I appreciate it, bro. You know, I appreciate you for coming out, man. This is another conversation that I need to definitely be able to have. Like, I need to extend this, bro. But I did tell my production team, you know, Numbers Media Group that
Yes,
we were
sir.
going to go ahead and keep these to a minimum. So, you know,
Nah, for
I
sure.
definitely would love to have you out again.
Yes,
if
sir.
you're down with it, you know,
Yeah, I'm
even
down,
in
bro.
season 1, bro, this is still season 1, you know, but
Any type of season, brother.
The
Yeah, I
last
got you,
question
bro.
that
What's
I will
up?
ask you is if you have any shout outs, bro, go ahead and make those shout outs right now.
Should really shout out to everybody, bro. I don't got no specific names, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who I'm with, you know what I'm saying? If I'm around you, bro, you know who I'm talking about. Shout out to everybody, bro. I can't fuck, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they know who, you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with a lot of people, so they know who I'm shouting out. Really shout out to everybody, bro. Because at the end of the day, shit, ain't nobody, bro, like, come on, bro, like, why not support everybody? I'm shouting out everybody who's doing music, who's doing photography, videography, podcasting. Shout out to everybody, bro. I'm humble, bro. At the end of the day, I got no specific favorites, all that. I'm doing everybody, bro. I'm shouting out everybody, bro. That's the only reason why I'm doing it, because at the end of the day, I'm humble, bro. And at the end of the day, I understand how the ground works. So the leg works, feel me? So
Well, that's
shout
real,
out to
bro. Hey,
everybody.
shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the
For real.
317. Shout out to everybody making moves. Man, shout out to Boss Lady Media. And shout out to all y'all, for real.
For real,
You
bro.
know,
Shout out
it's a
everybody,
blessing.
bro, in the city,
It's a
bro.
blessing.
Shout out to everybody who's doing it, bro. For real, who's
For real. Everybody in the 317, you feel me? Shout out to y'all.